this mid-state misery. I've been robbed blind of everything that I could see. Don't let me drown in my mid-state misery.
All right, welcome back to the Millvale Music Minute. It is the third round of band announcements, the final round of band announcements for 2018. I'm Brian Crawford here with Jonathan Kilback, who headed up the booking committee for this year's Millvale Music Festival for a second year in a row. That was across state lines that we were listening to on the way in. Before that, we had Liss Victory. That's music that is being played on the River's Edge. And we
had Kleptosonic before that.
Oh, we had Kleptosonic before that as well.
Much love to them.
Yeah, great stuff. So fantastic music, as always, with all the local music. We're so blessed to have so many that applied and so many that live here in Pittsburgh that I know it makes your job extremely difficult, and it makes my job extremely easy when it comes to the radio network.
Yeah, well, work's also, between work and, personal life and trying to squeeze all of this in, it's really stressful.
Yeah, I can imagine. But we were lucky this year because we were blessed by the Easter Bunny who came over this past weekend, and we found Easter eggs scattered throughout the studio, so we brought them in. And before we open these Easter eggs, I want to give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors. The Millvale Music Festival would not exist without Victory, Oscar Blues, Trogs, Bells, and Dogfish Head Brewing. Millvale Community Development Corporation, which we are a standing council of, the River's Edge Radio Network, the Millvale Borough, Sidekick Media Services, Millvale Yoga Collective, Grist House, Commonwealth Press, Z-Trip, Punksburg, Jeff Wokuch Auto Body, Double L, First National Bank, Cousins Lounge, Guitar Center, Here Corp, Sidelines, U.S. Foods, New Sun Rising, Han Funeral Home, Salon 22, Tazadora, Attic Records, and George Satterley Dentist, and the Millvale Gardens. So thanks to all of them, the event would not exist without their wonderful support. And actually, one thing that's really great is because of these wonderful sponsors, we're able to use the money that we collect at the bar establishments to pay all of the bands. So we wouldn't be able to pay for the actual festival without these sponsors, and that allows us to pay all of the bands. So awesome. Thank you to them. Wonderful job from the sponsors. So we have here these Easter eggs. We're going to open each one on air, and they have an interesting message in it. What does this Easter egg say, Jonathan?
Really? This says Panza
Gallery. Okay. So that is a stage that is going to be at the Millvale Music Festival. And basically, if we open up an egg, that means there's an artist or several artists that need to be announced from that stage. So from Panza Gallery, what do we have?
We have just one updated artist, and that would be Day Shift.
Day Shift. All right. So Day Shift is going to be performing at the Panza Gallery stage. Yep. So the next one we have, I'll open this one. This one is the Food Truck Park, the Friday Night Food Truck Park.
Oh, yes. We finally get to talk about this.
Yes.
I mean, I know that, we did talk about it before, but we finally get to, tell the world we have something all arranged and ready to go for it.
Yeah, so this Friday, we're expanding the festival this year into Friday, and you decided to call it...
Millvale Music Festival Opening Night.
Opening Night, so this is the opening night for the festival. What do we have there? I'm excited because this is a stage that I, Brian Crawford, your host, will be your host of this show, will be hosting that stage as well. So you can
I might be running sound there too.
There we go. Yeah, so we might be working together there. So, and hi to Dale Mangold, who is messaging us from the chat room.
All right. So Friday night we have the Optimists, Loyola, the Dark Lines, the Bleepy Things, the Park Plan, and the Dovewires.
Awesome.
And I will say this, there's only one band in that group without the word the in it, so should we call them the Loyola?
The Loyola.
The Loyola.
They will for now be known as the Loyola.
The Loyola.
Well, the Dovewires, Paul Basung, who you may remember him from last year's Millvale Music Minutes, he was coming on to talk about a lot of different logistical things. He is in the Dovewires, so very cool.
All right,
so,
I guess I'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do the next one. What do we have here? Element Church. Okay, Element is awesome church.
We have one updated artist at Element Church, and that would be Pierce Dipner.
Very cool. So that's going to be at Element Church, and then we will be posting the full schedule on Facebook and on the website as well, and all of that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. We have another one here. This one is the Gardens of Millville.
Ooh, nice. This is I gotta find it on here. The thing is, I can't plan ahead. I have to like scoot around on my spreadsheet here. Yeah, so we have one updated artist, the Gardens of Millville, and you know who it is.
It is Nameless in August.
Yes, it is Nameless in August. How about that?
Yeah, Nameless in August will be at the Gardens of Millville, which will be a really cool spot. We'll have Grist House Beer there, and Zach
Very, very
Rock
fitting, yes.
of Nameless in August is also of Grist House Brewing, so
Yes.
it's a good matchup there.
Oh, it's a perfect match.
Yes. Awesome. What do we have next?
All right. We have Strange Roots.
Strange Roots Brewing, which was formerly Dry Log. So if you
Strange
knew,
Roots experimental ales.
Experimental,
They gotta be
thank you,
super
yes.
experimental, then they gotta be ales. So.
so if you're familiar with Dry Log, that is where Dry Log used to be. They've rebranded and they have some new stuff in addition to the good stuff that they had before.
All right, we have 2 updated artists for that stage, and those 2 artists that have been added are Heavy Chest and the Bloody Seaman.
Nice.
Really
Very
excited
cool.
about that.
So that'll be fun. That's going to be a fun stage.
Oh, it's gonna be
So
oh,
right as you
God,
walk into
yes.
town, so we'll have a presence as you're coming in from the highway, which is nice.
Now, Bloody Seamen are notorious for their on-stage partying as they play, and here they are at a brewery.
Nice.
Just, yeah,
That'll be
it's going to be
great.
good. It's going to be real good.
Next we have
Oh, jeez.
Next we have the VFW stage.
All right. This is a full stage we're announcing.
Full stage.
Let me get over to the list here. All right. So at the VFW, we have Tom Kurlander, Alyssa Hankey, Smoke and Mirrors, Steamboat Whiskey Thief. I like that.
That is a cool name.
Paul Eisert, Justin Wade, Johnny Honest. Good stuff. Ryan McQuaid, Dan Stonerock, Jared Rowe, Ryan Fennell, and Larry Demas.
Very cool. So that is going to be the VFW stage, and they are going to be inside this year. Is that correct?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
going to be just a regular stage inside, where, right next to the bar, so you can sip a brew and listen to some tunes.
Nice. Fantastic. You want to go on the next one
All right.
here? Next stage being announced is
The War Room.
the War Room here at Mr. Small's Theater, which is where we're broadcasting now.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing is we are going to set up on the patio right outside that lower level door that is right at the bottom of the steps.
Let me explain a little bit. This place is a maze. This whole complex
facility, yeah.
is a maze, and what's cool about that is there's so many different places in this building. Like they added the fun house a few years ago, actually right after the River's Edge, which I was surprised to find out that we existed before the fun house. But they built the fun house, but below the main stage, if you go to the very, very back of the main theater room, there are steps that go downstairs, actually, because I don't think everybody knows that, because it's not, they haven't used it fully yet. So
Right, and it's not always open either.
yeah,
But
so
now they're going to be using
now
it
they're
a
going to
little
be
more.
open all the time. Yeah, with a coffee house, and this is going to be their kickoff event. So it's actually below the main stage. So if you're in
Yep.
the front of the building, there's steps that will go down into that room as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, but on the outside, there's right on the cobblestone, like right at the bottom of the stairs. You'll see there's a small fenced-in area right, before you get to the door. But right outside that patio is where we're going to set up all the artists. But the cool part is that if it rains, we can just move them right inside.
Yeah, so that'll make it nice.
So the War Room. Let me get over to that tab. Oh, the fun of spreadsheets. There it is. There it is. There it is.
I love that
All
they call
right.
it the War Room too. That's a cool
Yes. All right, so the lineup for the War Room is Katie D and the Quaking Aspens, which, funny enough, is a one-person band.
name. Oh, okay. Very
So
cool.
even though it has a
is
band-like
it
name, it's a
a
single
live,
person.
is she a live looper? Is that why?
No, she's not. She just
okay.
she just calls herself, she's a band name.
That's cool. Well, a lot of
I
live
like that.
loopers will say the one-man band
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they can play multiple instruments and loop it in and things like that.
Okay, so going on, we have Same Moon, Rachel Whitcomb, Mild Fever, Jeremy K. Wood, a local favorite, Shay, Vit Tobacco, and the Heather Croft Trio.
Nice. Very cool. So good lineup there. That's exciting. Next one here we have New Sun Rising,
All right.
which is the Moose building here in Millville.
Uh-huh.
Millvale Moose.
So we have 2 updated artists. This will be the electronic and hip hop stage that we talked about before. And we got some artists to kick it off, and they are solo electronic artists, and they're really, really interesting because they do really,
I'm very
cool
excited
stuff.
about this stage.
We have Thousands of Bees. Now, I say that with the emphasis because there are multiple Z's. Yeah. It's a fun name. It really is. And we also have Swamp Walk, who does 8-bit stuff.
Nice. Very cool. That's going to be cool. I'm very excited about that stage because it's something we did not have last year at all. So it's a great addition. Mm-hmm. So next stage we have to announce is Tazadora.
All right. Let me scoot
And that, I believe, is a full announcement,
Yes,
right?
this
Yeah,
is
this is
a
the
full
first time
stage.
we've announced anything for Tazadora here on the Millvale Music Minute.
All right. So actually, I'm going to go over to, I have like a couple tabs going. Like I said, I have a couple tabs going. Spreadsheets everywhere. Just spreadsheets upon spreadsheets.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not that organized, so it would be a nightmare if I had to put all of that in a spreadsheet.
All right, here we are. Okay, so at Tazadora, we have Melville Walbeck, Josh Cruzen and the Coconut Band, Ty Chiorsky, awesome. Lady Jessica, I think she's doing triple duty at the festival or something like that. Aloha Salvation, Tupelo, James Vivrito, William Sparks, Morgan Arena, Nick Grabiel, Gary Prisby, and Sloan Simon.
Nice.
All right.
Lots of good coffee, and I might do something special at that stage. We'll see.
Really?
Yeah. I
Wow.
have a little idea. We'll see. I got to talk with Amy to see, and it depends on the weather and stuff
Nice.
like that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's one of our early stages, kicking off right at 11 a.m.
Yes, and it's right there in the middle of everything. So
Starts off early so you can grab a coffee.
yes, the next stage to be announced is that was a hard egg to crack there. Howard's
right.
Bar, which is Howard's Pub, which just is a newer establishment here in Millville, and really, really nice. Beautiful ceiling.
Oh, this is going to be
there?
a party solo artist stage.
Nice.
Like really party stuff, like kind of hip hoppy, some R&B stuff like that. Just really interesting poppy stuff. There's also like indie pop there. So yeah, here's the lineup.
Full lineup here.
Yeah, full lineup. This is the first time we ever announced this stage. So David Rosario, Jay Michaels, Cajon Concept, Lyra, Matt Austin, Matt Seibel, Mirror Image, Nick Barilla, and PM Mirror.
Nice. Excellent. That's going to be a great stage there. And one more here. We got three more stages here to announce.
Yes.
The first of the 3 is going to be Cousins Lounge, which is
Cousins.
the other bar with a beautiful ceiling, which is almost across the street.
Who would you say has the nicer ceiling?
I'm not going to get into that mess here on air.
I think that you really take that to heart.
I love both of their ceilings are great. So like I'm a long lover of Cousins ceiling. And the ceiling at Howard surprised me because I didn't know that place had a beautiful ceiling. The other ownership, I guess, you just couldn't see it with the lighting or something. So they changed things around and you could see the ceiling, and I was just stunned. It was great.
All right, so here's the lineup. We have Cozy, we have Drew, we have Megan Pennington, but it's just billed as Pennington. So hey, it is what it is.
Nice.
David Hipchin, Tiny Rhymes, Hank the Businessman, awesome dude. Stephanie Kong, a solo set by Girlchild. Kerry Collins, Connor Gilbert, Eric the Piano Fighter Popik, which in his description says he actually does fight pianos, and he has boxing gloves on.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, I hope he actually does that, punches a piano.
As long as it's his own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Don't take Drew's piano and punch it because he
Ooh,
plays. Yeah.
I don't know. Drew's the kind of guy that'd party.
I don't know if he wants his piano punched though.
Yeah, he'll just bring a cheap one.
Maybe.
Kind of like how some people smash instruments on stage. We have Jay Trafford and Molly Ray.
Very
And
cool.
that's our lineup for
Awesome.
Cousins.
Got one here. This
Oh, there goes an egg.
is Good Time Bar.
All right, and this is a full stage announcement, I believe. Yes, it is. Hold on, lost my tabs again. So many tabs.
That'll be the name of this episode. So many tabs. So many tabs, so many bands.
Yes, this is the full lineup of Good Time Bar. It's gonna be one hell of a rock and roll show over there. This is just straight up good old rock and roll. So we have Antiquities, Street Pigeons, Absolution Key, Redson, Shattered, Radioactive, Stone Cold Killer, Those Gorgeous Bastards, and Midnight Rose.
Nice. Excellent. And we have the last one here that we will open up. This is, I thought the thing was missing. Happy Day Lounge.
Happy Day Lounge.
Which is another full lineup as well.
Okay. We have Christian Anderson, Dennis Malley, Rowan Erickson, Sam Stuckey, Scarfer's grandson, interesting name, Diviped, The Wreckids. Oh, they are so much fun. They have a sweet song about zombies.
Yeah, they're great.
They're really fun. Ryan Taylor, Donna O, Aaron Dragon, and Brian William Kinney.
Nice. Very cool.
All right.
So that's going to be exciting. So we will have all of that information up. You can also go to Punksburg's website for information on many of the bands. They are going to be posting, leading into the festival, different biographies and things like that.
And
really,
they're also slowly revealing the actual time schedule, as in when specific artists are going on. Slowly revealing it, dropping artists into a little graph for everyone to see and look forward to.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. And you can view all of that information at punksburg.com. So great stuff there. So really excited. It's going to be awesome. There's how many bands and solo artists are performing total?
Wait, our total? Hold on, let me find that again.
Well, if we just can give a rough guesstimate, we can give a hard number later.
191, I would say.
190.
I think it's a 191.
So over 190.
No, 191.
But I could say over 190, right? To be
Yes.
fair. All right,
Yes.
so over 190 bands performing at this year's event. So
We couldn't book over 9,000, so.
yeah, we did what we could. So,
I
but
hope some of you out there know what I'm talking about.
yeah, so we did what we could, and again, we encourage everyone to apply every year, because if you look at the schedule, you won't see very many returning bands from last year. We try to make it a different festival every year, and that makes it a lot more exciting.
And there are some returning bands, but you won't be expecting those bands to perform in year 3. So
yes,
trying to keep everything mixed up.
exactly. So it'll be a good time. It makes it more fun for everybody involved. So Jay Cooper here is joining us as well, and we have Redson here. So lots of great people in the chat room as well.
Yes,
Thank you so much for joining. If you're listening to the show at 8 p.m., I will be back, and I will be here with Bad Custer, who's performing at the festival, but they are also performing at the Indie Rock Fest, which is coming up here in April. So that's going to be, you can find that video on the River's Edge page at River's Edge PGH, and on the River's Edge Live page at riversedgepgh.com/live. I'll be talking with Bad Custer. Somebody from Bad Custer will be here in studio. It's undetermined who at this point, but somebody from the band will be here as we continue to talk about Indie Rock Fest on the River's Edge. So please tune in for that. And if I can, I'll post the link for that in the thing here, the Facebook Live page. Thanks, Dale. Dale said that we're doing a great job. So
thanks, Dale.
Appreciate the support. So this has been the Millvale Music Minute. We'll end with Standard Broadcast, who performed last year at the festival, and they are going to be performing at the Indie Rock Fest as well.
Heck yeah.
So we got some of them on here. Thanks to Nathan J. for helping with the Indie Rock Fest. And like I said, we will be talking with Bad Custer right after this. That's Jonathan Kilback. I'm Brian Crawford. This has been the Millvale Music Minute, which is a production of the River's Edge Radio Network for the Millvale Community Development Corporation. And we'll be back in the coming weeks with stage host announcements.
And interviews, right? You can do some interviews?
We'll be doing some interviews from the River's Edge page, actually.
Okay, gotcha.
On the River's Edge stage. So I have to set some of that stuff up. But we'll be back with talking about stage hosts. We'll be talking about logistics, how to get here. We've got some new transportation concepts coming to the Millvale Music Festival this year, which will help you get around. So lots of good stuff. Thanks to Kevin Koch, who just gave us a big thumbs up. He is in the Me Too's, so good stuff there as well. Thank you all for chiming in on the chat. We look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks as we give you more information about the festival coming up. Jonathan Kilback, Brian Crawford, this is the Millvale Music Minute. We'll catch you all next time.